Sound on. Hello. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh my gosh, so good to have you here. My thing is looking weird for some reason. And I had a lot of trouble right now. I had an error I've never seen before. So that was surprising and unexpected. Hello, hello. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Good evening and welcome to another live stream. I feel like it's been so long since we've had a live stream session. So very excited to draw with you guys today and just kind of like, play around in my sketchbook. I'm kind of in the mood. I know. Can you hear me? Everything okay? But yeah, it was weird. I got an error and I think it's because I was trying to set up the Patreon stream, because now Patreon does the live stream directly from Patreon. Hi, Kirby. It has been a long time. I feel like it really has. So I'm excited to play my sketchbook. It has been too long. It has been a rough week. I have COVID. I should have known it was going to happen because, back to school, all these children were sick. And then I got sick and I was like, I'm fine. This is just like a sinus infection. And I just wasn't getting better. I was getting worse and worse. I was blaming my dogs for all the allergens. And I took a test. I didn't come up positive, so I didn't think I had COVID. And then I went to go visit my family out of town. Yes, I've been sick since Friday. And then my sister got COVID, and she's like, I think you have COVID. And I was like, what? But I don't. And then I took another test, and yes, I did. Just, I guess my first test was whack, so. It was your first time having it, Kirby. You are, what do they call them? A super dodger? Wow, this is like my third time. But it's kind of like such a bummer, because I was about to get vaccinated next week. And, well, I guess I vaccinated myself. So, yeah, I've been kind of sick. And Elizabeth, you too? We're all in the same boat here. Yeah, apparently it's rampant this year. And it's even kind of, like, showing up kind of, like, mild is what I've heard. Because people just think it's, like, a sinus infection and then don't even get tested. So, it is what it is, So, anyway, I feel much better today. I started taking all the meds, But I do have a little congestion. I'm more like annoyed by it than anything else. So, massive migraines. Oh no, I didn't have migraines. Dodged until that one. Yeah, you can't get the vaccine for a bit after you have it, right? Yeah. And how did you feel, Kirby, with your first time? Was it like pretty bad, or you felt it was okay? Like not terrible? I remember when I had my sinus infection last year, it was even worse. I was like, that was worse than COVID. Like, it was very miserable. I think, you might remember, I don't know, Elizabeth, if you remember, but I think I was doing the, like, summer creative retreat with Peggy, and I sounded awful. And she's like, we'll let you go because you sound terrible. And I was like, yes, I did sound terrible, but it just landed at that time. But, yeah, this time I was pretty sick, and now I feel much better today. And it was rough. That headache was bad. But you got the meds like the next day. Yeah, that helped me too, I think. Having the meds, and I was already kind of like on my third day or my fourth day. But I like what a difference having it like the next day. So yeah, it was kind of rough, but I did get to take the day off and yesterday, and I technically have permission to take the Friday off too, but I kind of am starting to feel better. I think I'm probably like, I don't know, I haven't retested. I might retest to see if like I'm safe to go out, around all the students. The meds weren't covered by your insurance. What? That's wild. $530 is nuts. That's so crazy. Yeah, gotta love America. Aren't we so great here? It's the land of the free. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop over to the drawing camera, and I'll show you what I have in mind here. And you guys, I just put the reference pictures on Patreon for your reference. I don't know if that's helpful because maybe it's not. I don't know if it's harder for you to, I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this not be bouncy. If it's harder for you to see them on Patreon, or I have them planned to go up here like this. And that might be best. Then you see just kind of like a small image, and then maybe it's like, you know, it's still pretty, like, it's not crystal clear, and then you can kind of invent stuff, you know, it doesn't have to be exactly like the image. It's just for reference. I had just like a hankering to draw vases. I have this super cute shirt. I should have been wearing it today. I didn't think of it. And it's by Molly Ann Bishop, and it's just a bunch of like Greek vases, and I always wear it to school because it's like, oh, I'm an art teacher and look at Greek vases. And so I thought it would be so fun to draw vases. So I don't know, I just have to scratch the itch. And you know, I've been practicing it, and I don't love them right now, but I feel like there's potential. So I'm going to explore it again today. And of course, you should explore whatever you like. You don't have to draw these. You can do your own thing if you want to. I love a co-working session, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Originally I wanted to do kind of something a little bit more like developed, but then I kind of like this idea of making these small, like, sort of vignettes inside my sketchbook using mixed media, and then kind of painting on them so that parts of the mixed media kind of show through. I wish I could like get closer. I feel like I'm also like, I'm not happy about this placement. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust here because it's a little bit far out here. There we go. That's better. Try not to have to do that in the middle of it. But okay, reference photos, I just put them on the post for this meeting. So where you're seeing that link to the meeting, you'll find them. Hopefully, let me make sure they're there. Yeah, on the very bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's 10 images. So I put all 10 of them there. In case you're curious, all of these came from the Met Open Access like source, like web source. And so you can find all of these on the website. I mean, I didn't put their credit information or link them, and I really should have, but I just was trying to go really fast. So, yeah, if you need help finding them, I would be happy to help you find them. But, all of those came from there. I was kind of looking for something, you know, I wanted things that had like interesting shapes. I wanted things that had interesting patterns, and I wanted to combine it with patterned paper and different things. But you could just draw the vases. I'm going to be using markers today. I'm going to be working with these acrylic markers that I've had for a while. They were actually gifted to me by Grabby. So they're like just, I mean, I wasn't sure if I liked them. I don't, to be fair, like, and to be honest, I don't love these. These aren't my favorite. I like the marker quite a bit, but I don't like the tips because I like a brush tip. And so both of these are bleh for me. But, you know, I wanted to use something like that. I also have, oh no, I took them to my other studio that I just made the other day. I have the Poscas, but I left them in my other room. So I'm just going to work with these today. And whatever happens, happens. And I'm also going to use like a bunch of like mixed papers. So I have a bunch of like junk here. I've been making, oh my gosh, I love making these. I made these little junk bags for you guys. And I'm gonna put them in your mail rewards this month. So you'll get a little bag of curated junk from my studio. And these were some of the like scraps left over. So I just brought them over here to see what I'm going to include. But I wanted to start by making some sort of little grounds, right? Like little spaces that are going to be collaged, and then I will build on top of that. So, I mean, I don't really have a full plan, but what I've been kind of thinking is like, and I put the picture up for you to see, is to kind of like draw some inspiration from the colors and then use that to kind of inform how you're going to, you know, develop your space. So even if you do something really simple, like one piece of paper, I like the idea of like putting a piece of paper down and then putting my vase like on the side. So part of the vase could have a pattern on there. I don't know. It's up to you, but I'm gonna like tear some of these. I love a tear. So I'm gonna take some of this paper. I'm gonna mix it with another one. So I have this one too. And I like this green. So maybe I'll add some of that in there. So sometimes I'll just kind of like put some kind of weird, like arbitrary looking collage on there. Really hit all those corners. I don't know if it's all the junk journaling I'm doing, but I really enjoy just kind of like, I don't know, like very little thought, but just kind of gluing down papers and thinking about the composition and thinking about how they look together. I don't know, there's something very satisfying for me about that. And it is like times like these where I start regretting having long nails, which I never get, but this time I was like, you know, I'm going to try something different. I'm trying to step outside my comfort zone. Yeah, you know, they were fine when they were just fresh, but now they're too long because they're growing. So it starts to get a little challenging to work with here, but and I have that, and then I don't know. I had also some stickers, and I do like to use stickers, and I also have all these like printed images that I just like really, like I just kind of pull them from Pinterest, and then I start like printing them, and then I draw on top of them. And this one, I wrote down some details. If I can maybe tell you a little bit about this vase, because then maybe it might inform how you proceed with your collection. This was it was called Clifton Art Pottery from 1906, and it was American. So I wanted to write something like kind of like, I would love to put letters on there, but I don't think that's too many. That's too many. I also really like washi tape. I think I'm going to use some of that. But washi tape, again, is a little tricky because it's probably best suited for like the end, because of the fact that it's going to have an interesting finish, and it might not be suitable for drawing on top of or adding additional media. This one kind of works with the colors, I think. I'll just put it there, and hopefully it becomes a visual element and doesn't actually need to be like painted on top of. It's just like, it's just pretty, you know? Okay, wait, where did that come from? And I'll put some right here and just glue that down. Sometimes if I'm using like stickers or tape in my compositions, I'll also glue those down too, just to make them, you know, flat and even. I have this weird little paper that I got at my classroom, and it's just kind of been sitting there for a long time. I cut up a whole bunch of it for my students, and I have this little test sheet. I don't know if that's going to work for this, but maybe some of this, like this yellow, could work here. I don't know. We'll see about this one. I got that from a sticker club that I'm part of. I'm going to wait on this one. I'm just going to put that one down, and then I'll come back to that one, and we'll see. Because I think the next vase, if we just take a quick look at that, is this one. So it has a lot more color in it. So maybe that one we could do a little bit more playful, colorful backgrounds. I have some of this like kind of decorative paper. Oh, I think I'll do this one. I have this one that's just like a printout. I love to hear some tearing paper. Maybe something like that. Maybe just to add a little bit of connection here, I'll use that paper there. Maybe that. Maybe this. I really want to use that, but maybe I should do like, it's getting kind of clowny, so that might be fun. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to put it down, even though I probably shouldn't. I probably should wait, but let's just live on the edge. Have you guys been working in your sketchbook, or have you been like on a break like I have? I've been doing a lot of other kinds of my sketchbooks, not drawing, but journaling. And man, it's really been helping me so much. I've been talking to a couple of people. I mean, I'm trying to convince my daughter to start journaling. So I talk to her about that like every day. She's probably already sick of it. But other people who have asked me about it, and I'm just like, I don't know. I've never been a journaler. I've always wanted to be. When I was a kid, I always had a empty diary that never got filled in. You've been doing a lot of iPad art. Ooh, anything fun? I know you have a lot of skills in iPad, right? So you probably have a lot of different techniques up your sleeve. Yeah, I have been too, Kirby. I think I don't know. Maybe it's this time of year. I don't know. Maybe it's because we're all getting sick. But I have to, and I have been saying to myself every day, and right, I told you guys that I'm trying to do the, I am doing the artist way, right? So I just started it again after this is like the 9th time I've tried it, and it never sticks for me. So I always have a really hard time getting, following through. Let me see, maybe. So this is my first time when I'm actually doing it. And every day I write about how I'm going to be painting. And I'm making this time to paint. And have I done it? No, I have not. I've been doing some prompt drawing with Anthony Wheeler Art on Twitch. He's hilarious, and the creativity in his streams from the community is amazing. Really? Maybe I should look him up. When does he stream? At what time of the day? Because I know, I work, so. If it's, during the day, it's really hard for me. Sometimes I can tune in, but, even if I'm able to, during my lunch break or something, it's not always really good signal for streaming. So that can be kind of challenging. Okay, let me put that down. All right. So I have 2 little, setups, and I always love, I love a stamp. So I put my stamp on here. And, okay. I don't know. Okay. And then I want to start sketching. So I like to draw, even though, I see the colors there, I can use those colors, but I also just like to draw inspiration from the colors that I see in the paper so that I'm kind of working in a line. So I like that it's got that warm brown and then that dark black, the contrast of that. And then there's a lighter version. So I think I'm going to use greens, maybe. Maybe I'll do a light blue. And then a green for so this will be my, okay, wait, let me think that over one more time. Okay, I'm going to do this dark green for the black. And then this green for the brown. No, the blue for the brown, and then this green for the light one. Let's see. Who knows? Maybe it won't work. And I'm going to just start with my lightest one and start sketching. See, I don't like the dot tip. I don't know why. Maybe I should just give it a chance. Let's try. So I always have trouble with symmetrical objects. And I know I always tell you that. It's the fact that it's symmetry, I can't. I don't know, my brain cannot comprehend. So I always try to make it really simple. I like to try to break it down into really simple forms. So for instance, something like this, just to kind of give myself a sketch. And here I can, and that's too long, so I think I'll go right here. I can kind of start very simple, and then I can, you know, try to make it feel like it matches the form I'm seeing, if I can, you know. Something still looks a little, oh, there we go, that's better. I went a little too big. You're seeing that like really dark bottom part here too, but I do love the patterns, and I usually will just kind of draw some inspiration from them, but I might not draw everything that I see. So I'm just gonna pick and choose what do I want to include. I do like these kind of like diamonds, and that's not really a diamond. Oh, something else is happening on the sides. Oh, my eye's so itchy. Yeah, it's been kind of like a crazy week this week. I don't know, for some reason I could not get like the day straight. I kept going, oh, today's Wednesday, right? And then they were like, no, it's Tuesday. And I just still, I can't get the days right this week. Maybe it's the brain fog from the COVID, but hopefully we're on the up and up. Okay. So I wanted to use this as like the starting point, but sorry, I think that's a little more even. But I definitely want to play with visual elements around there, and you know, just kind of imaginative things. That here there were some stickers on the things I glued down, so that kind of informed it, but I want to, you know, kind of play with different things in there, so I will do that on this one. I feel like this is the black right here. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so now I'm just gonna start to kind of like draw them out. I want them to feel a little bit, you know, energetic if I can. I'm having to start preparing for my comp exam, which will be coming up in the spring, and I haven't studied for it at all. And my comp exam is basically like wait, let me see. Let me check in on the chat, sorry. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Oh, I can do that probably. I think so. Tomorrow he does a chaotic draw along. That's fun. Oh, I should probably try to check it out tomorrow, especially if I'm home sick, right? Then I have time to do that. And, you know, since I ended up being sick for so many days so early in the semester, I'm going to have to be real frugal with being sick for the rest of the year, because I'm not going to have, like, we run out of days. You run out of time that you can be out. We only get a certain amount of time every year. So you better hope you don't get COVID twice. Okay. I don't know if did your all's doctors, if you saw a doctor, did they tell you that you should be home for 10 days or however, 5 days, or what did they tell you? What's the protocol now? Because mine told me 5 days. He kept me entertained in my bedroom today when you were all alone, when you were in isolation. Oh, I should check it out. I'm going to try to find it tomorrow. Let's see. And I was going to put timers on here, but I already forgot. And I did put 10 out here, so I thought, oh, maybe that'll be real quick. But I don't know, that might be a little lofty of a goal. Oh, okay, something like this. Kind of missed the edge here, but it's okay. Okay, and then there was something, oh yeah, this was supposed to be the mid-tone. 5 days, and if fever is gone and symptoms are improving, then 5 days of masking. Okay, so that's what I think I'm gonna be like. I mean, like, I honestly don't even think I had a fever at all. I mean, maybe I did. There was a day when I was like, wow, I'm exhausted. It it was my like my second day when I felt symptoms, and I took my dog for a walk in the morning, and I got home and I was like, I'm so exhausted. And I'm not, I mean, that usually doesn't, take it out of me, but that was really rough. So I was like, maybe that was the day when I was like maybe the most sick. And maybe I had fever, because I remember feeling really, really like fatigued on those days. But I didn't check. I just was like, you're fine. Rub some dirt on it. That's so like me. And I hadn't even taken any meds. And I went out of town and I was like, I'm okay. I'll be fine. And then by the last day, I was like, I'm going home. I can't stay here anymore. I just want to go lay in my bed. But I hadn't felt like sick like that in a while. Like tired, exhausted. And then I went to school even because I still didn't think I had COVID. And there was one day when I was like, oh, I'm just going to take the morning off and, take some time getting in. And then when I got there, my students had been misbehaving. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I need to come tomorrow so I could yell at those students who are misbehaving, because they need to know. And so then I had to come in just to make sure that I talked to them. And then I was like, you guys, I don't feel good. I might not be here another day. Yeah, same, the 5 days and the 5 days of masking. Okay. That's, I think, the protocol now, right? Yeah, and I feel like, this would be, I think, technically for me, this would be like my seventh day, but I didn't start taking meds until the fourth day. So I wonder if I'm just like free now, because my doctor just told me, that actually he didn't even say that to me. Now that I'm thinking about it, he just said, you're contagious right now, so stay home, and then you're free on the 14th that I could go back. But because I was already sick for a few days, I feel like, I feel like I'm almost done. I don't know. It is. I think it's so variable too. I think you're right. This one looks so weird. I don't know if I can draw this weird little shape here. Yeah, so I've been, again, back to the comp exam. Like, I've been trying to, use these opportunities as ways for me to look at art pieces that I need to kind of study. And we do have a lot of, pre-Columbian, objects on our test. None of these are them, though. I didn't choose well. I just went for the ones that I thought were pretty and made sense for our let's see, for for my prompt here. So I didn't choose very well, but I do think that is something that I could do to kind of tie in what I need to study anyway. Okay, so I don't know, I don't love it. Maybe if I have a lighter blue, that would be really nice. I don't see anything light on here. There's this pink. Maybe I can use this. Let's try it. So I kind of see some light here. I feel like it needs to go round. Maybe right here. I don't think that really did much, but it still feels like the symmetry is not there. Let me see if I can correct. I don't know. Okay. So I have it all kind of sketched in, and I think I'm going to use this Prismacolor Indigo Blue. Boy, it's been a while since I've really played with these. And, I mean, I started playing with them with these drawings, but I kind of miss that texture, you know. I like the idea of, like, doing a little bit of, like, shading around it in the negative space. I don't know. It kind of makes it feel kind of, like, dramatically lit. And I don't know. I kind of want it to feel sort of like it's sitting on this kind of, like, I don't know, shadowy edge. I don't know. I'm not sure that's really coming through. Oh, you know what also? Looks like there's some like light right on the edges. A light kind of outline. Just gonna put a little bit of light right there. And I did originally want to do these as paintings, but I was just kind of like, I don't know. I felt like I hadn't played with my markers in a while. I thought the markers would be a little, like, you know, less set up. So I'm playing with them, but I'm curious what you guys are using for your media today. If you're using something, you know, more involved like paint, or are you also doing something a little bit lower maintenance like markers? I'm going to put this cast shadow because I love a cast shadow. It's still off though. Ugh. That, like, that kind of thing is just drives me crazy. It will just, like, send me into orbit. Let's see if I can tweak it. It's like, I don't know why. I feel like I need a ruler and I need to get, you know, everything right, and it's never going to be right. And it's always going to be a little off. Maybe it's also not helpful that I did a little bit of the shading on one side and not the other. I think this side's a little too big. I'm just going to kind of cover some of it. And then this beautiful shadow, which I always love. I'm going to make sure your paper is really well glued down, or else you'll struggle with it. Let that go over the edge. And a nice solid darkness right there, right underneath. I also really want to add, oh, I should have done, I don't know, I think I went a little off here. Jennifer Nichols. Okay, let's see. You're using gouache and kind of regretting it because it's not as bold. Oh, really? On the gouache? Wow. Oh, is it artist gouache? And then Elizabeth says that Jennifer Nichols Art has a mixed media brush set you can get for free for Procreate by signing up for a newsletter. Jennifer Nichols. It has all our favorite supplies like brushes. Oh, really? That's cute. Like a Posca brush. A Neo color brush. Wow. And how do you feel like they look like compared to the real media? Like, does it capture the texture? And sometimes I think, like, one of the reasons why I do this kind of thing, I don't know why I feel compelled to kind of like draw the shadow over the paper and the book, and like draw over these multiple things, is so that way it kind of, to me at least, it makes it feel like visually they're kind of like coming together. Prismacolor, you're using them on your iPad, and it also has Prismacolor. It's the one in a palette kind, like, yeah, like the hard water. Yes, those are a little bit more transparent, right? Ooh, that's exciting. I feel like that's something I would like to try. Do some yellows in here. I don't know if I love like the finish on this paper. This is just like some scrapbooking paper, and it's, you know, kind of hard to draw on. I mean, the acrylic markers are doing the job, but they are, it's slick, and I don't love that. Let me see. I don't know, these are a little hard to see, so then I'll usually outline. I think I was using Posca earlier, and I think the color's definitely a little bit more vibrant. Might have just been also the media, like the paper I'm drawing on top of. Definitely a lot louder, but my Poscas were kind of old, like they are old. Like I don't really use them, so not anymore, or not at this moment, and so they're kind of like dry. I was kind of struggling with them. Do love a pencil mark. This one was, what was it called again? Let me write it down so we have it. It's Clifton Art Pottery from 1906. I'm gonna write it here because I love to incorporate text. Okay. And maybe a little swatch here. Yeah. I'm like, tepid about this one. We'll see if the next one has a little bit more oomph, a little bit more life. A little bit of this. And I was noticing I couldn't find my white or the black, so I do have a white pencil there, which I think I can use, but right now I don't think I really need it. Put a little bit of this white on here. I don't know if it needs it, but I kind of want to add a sticker. Do I have I do have some stickers. I don't know if these are the kind of stickers I want. They have like these little stickers for all sorts of different things, and sometimes I just want something kind of like this is perfect actually. Maybe this. Like I want something that kind of like has a similar color palette, but also adds that kind of like I don't know, mixed media element. I do like these. Maybe I should come back to that one. I feel like they match kind of well. Let's see if there's anything else. Not fish. No, thank you, fish. No fish for that part. Thingies. Yeah, right? It's a perfect, it kind of like goes perfectly with it. I was like, wow. Maybe even, I don't know. Maybe that's too much. I'm not going to do any more. But I was thinking like something really small could be fun, like a little star. And I have these little stars that I've been playing with. What did I do with them? They're like these tiny little golden stars. I think they're at my other station, so they aren't here. But I also, look at these cute little like, these are like, they're called like, oh, I don't know what they are, but they're kind of like, you know, those little, I don't know. Let me just show you. I'll take a blue one because it kind of matches, or maybe a yellow. I don't know. Yellow might not show up. Let's do a blue. See if I can get it with these stupid nails. There we go. There we go. Like maybe right there. Or I had put this like random blue circle. So it's like a highlight, I guess, or something like that. Right? It's like a see-through little highlighter. So here's a close-up in case. It's kind of hard to see the texture from there. But isn't it so cute because they come on like a little palette? It's so cute, and they're just like little different colors. Okay. That is actually pretty fun. I like that one. So let's do another one. I don't know if you guys are ready for me to turn the image. If you want me to keep it on there a couple more minutes, I can, you know, work on, I can open up something else. You just let me know if you want me to leave it up. And if you don't say anything, I'll assume you're okay with me changing it. But I know that you might still be drawing, so I don't want to like pressure you to hurry up. Okay, let's see. On this next one, it's that colorful one. So I'm just going to go ahead and change it. Just tell me if you want me to come back. I will, if you want me to. So here's that next one. Oh, I love this one. It's giving like kind of picnicky vibes. I do think I need to open it on my iPad because it's a little hard for me to see with my old lady eyes. I wanted to do a chimenea too, but I didn't find anything like that. Okay. For our reference is, oh, it's a Eureka Pottery Company, but and I thought I have written down British, but it's not, it's American. But I think that Clifton was the only one that I recorded the year. So I'm going to do this one here. I think that brown kind of works with this like textury thing here. Let's see, maybe we'll hate it. Maybe I shouldn't, because I feel like I have to add black there. I'll do it on the next page so that they'll kind of look like they go together. So I'm going to start with, I want to use kind of colors that I see. This actually kind of would work a little bit, actually. Like maybe this. But I want them to kind of go along with what I have here. Let me see. I think I'm going to use something pinkish for that brown. Okay, we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to use the chubby side. And again, symmetry. This is, you know, my struggle in life. Try to get that like even. So cute. It's like that, and then like this, and then like this. Try to get it the same. Oh, the struggle. Maybe something like that. Something like this. I don't know, those little handles look a little sharp. I don't know. They kind of like don't really match the rest of the vase. I don't know. Maybe they do. It just seems so sharp, and like they remind me of like shields, and then the rest of the vase is very like, I don't know, it's giving like picnic kind of wicker, but then this feels very dramatic and sharp, and I don't know. The handles feel very like masculine. Like, you don't have to overthink everything, Erica. Like, literally not necessary. So this is what happens when I'm just start, like, looking at art all the time now. Okay, so I'm going to keep this pink back here. Why not? I do appreciate all this really quirky textural stuff happening on here. Wait, let me try something else here. Let's go like this. A little bit of lines. I don't know, I just kind of want to imply this stuff. I guess it doesn't have to be that, you know, that great. It could be a little goofy, a little loose. Man, it's definitely giving me a little bit of a challenge here. I'm like, what do I do here? I'm just going to put like a grid. I think that's a good idea. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. It's like, this making sense of this is a little more challenging than I thought. Uh-oh, I made one too big, too small, something like that. Okay. Good thing is they're all lined up, so you just kind of got to follow the pattern. Maybe one more. here. Okay. Not taking this too seriously. Hi, Virginia. I'm using the, they're called Grabby dual tip acrylic markers. I got them, they were gifted to me, but I don't remember how that transpired. It might have been like through TikTok. Is that possible? I don't think I have any. Yeah, probably. I think so. These ones are okay. Like I don't dislike them actually. I like that they are automatic release, or what I think that's what they call them, automatic release, which is different than like the let me move this a little bit closer. I can see it's far. They're not like Posca in the sense that, you know, you have to like tap, tap, tap and prime them. These are just ready to go, which I really like. But I will tell you, I also have another one, and they're called Shuttle brand. And those, I really like those. Those ones I was really like very impressed by. They do also have a tip that I like better. They have the brush tip, which is my favorite. So these are okay, but I don't like the tips. I don't like this chubby one. Like, what do you do with that? The dot tip, it's not for me. I know some people do really cool stuff with them, but not me. I feel like I just really want always a brush tip. Okay. That'll do. It looks so funky right now. Maybe it's because I need to define this back here. No, Henry already wants to go outside again. He literally went right before our meeting started, but that's Henry for you. So I do like that these markers are, you know, fairly opaque. I was in a meeting right before this one, and I was like swatching them. They came with, I'll show you. They came with these are them, right? 36 acrylic markers, quick drying, blah, blah, blah. And then they came with these like swatch sheets, so I was swatching it during my meeting. Looks really good on the screen there. I think it looks more dull to me in real life, but it really is showing up pretty nicely over there. And I still haven't done that one, but yeah, I mean they're nice. Would I buy them? I don't know. I don't know if I would buy them again, especially not this shape. And I can't remember like what their price point is. I want to say they're like $30 for the 36, which I think is like significantly cheaper. I don't know, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember how much the Poscas are, but I want to say we pay like $4 or $3 for just one Posca maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, let's put some of this little bird in here. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. There we go. We'll call that a bird. It's, no, bird like, bird inspired, bird adjacent. Maybe not exactly birdish. Okay. Yeah, because like these look like, I don't know, it's giving like a, I don't know, like an evil villain. Like, what is going on with these handles? What were you thinking, Eureka Potterico? I'm wondering, have you guys ever tried pottery? Like, do we have any potters in here? Anybody who loves pottery? I think some of you guys did, right? I don't know. I know, Elizabeth, that you're pretty three-dimensional, right? Maybe not like all the time, but I think you're good at it considering the work that you do. I feel like you kind of have to be. Oh, and did I tell you? I need to tell you, Elizabeth. what our play is for this year for our UIL team, our UIL contest. Our play this year is The King Stag. Have you heard of that? The King Stag? I haven't seen it, and I had never heard of it, but it looks super fun. Your daughter took some classes this summer, and I found out they have open studio night. Oh, $10 for 3 hours of all studios. Wow! And do you think you have to bring your own materials? I remember the first time I took my pottery class there at our like one of our colleges here, and it was like all the materials were included, and really like our professor or our teacher, because it was like a professor, but she was doing it after hours, you know, for continuing ed for us, and so she really didn't do anything. She was just like, no, just go ahead and play around, and I was like, I'm gonna use all their materials, and I made as much stuff as I possibly could in the time that I had. And I mean, I feel like I really got some bang for my buck there, because I made like a set of cups, and everybody got a mug for Christmas, and I made pitchers and vases and like so many plates and trays. I went nuts. And then the next year they were like, oh, you have to buy your own materials. And I was like, oof, I really like traumatized them, I think. And, you know, some people didn't do anything because there wasn't a lot of instruction. Like my mom signed up for that class with me, and she was like, I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. And there wasn't any instruction, so she didn't really make anything. So, you know, I just made up for all of those other people who didn't do anything because they didn't know what to do. Put some little marks on here. I kind of wanted to do like this like full-on page of like just little vases. Maybe I'll do it with like some of those like pre-Columbian like artifacts I have to study. I could do drawings of them. That could be so fun. I don't know. I'm just going to abbreviate this because I don't feel like doing much else to this part here. I'm already like ready to go to the next part. So I'm just going to doodle into the margins a little bit. Do like some of this. Where's that white one I had? I don't see it anymore. It has disappeared. Put a little bit of light on here if I can. A little bit of light, and I'll add some value maybe with the little color pencil I'm using. So it'll have kind of a similar finish. I want it to kind of like have dialogue or like kind of vibe with the one next to it. So I'm going to kind of try to pick up some of those little marks that I made here, over here. Let's do some little stars in there too. Something different. It reminds me, I haven't heard from them about Juliet's pieces. Oh, they were firing them. Yeah, you need to maybe check in. I know that they usually say that they need like 2 weeks, right? I don't know how long they told you guys, but okay, so you haven't heard of the King Stag. Yeah, I know. I hadn't either, and apparently it's like a pretty well-known play that I had never seen, but it's like a comedy, and it's like takes place in like a magical time and place, like far, far away kind of thing. So it's kind of like vague and very surreal. And there's like a lot of like very like sophisticated puppetry that is included in the play. I don't know. So I'm kind of excited. Like the imagery is very cool. And then it's like it has something to do with like a wedding. Like there's the books are, all the scripts are on back order, so I haven't even been able to read it yet. But apparently it takes place, there's a wedding, and so the prompt is asking us to consider like incorporation of traditional wedding elements, like something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So I don't really know what we're going to do, but it seems like it might be something fun to explore. So I've been kind of trying to figure out how we're going to be doing that. And I'm excited about it. Because last year's play was really like boring for a lot of kids. They didn't want to participate. This one was Eureka Pottery Co., which I'll also put in there. I'll do it here. Okay. I was like, oh, we're going to do 10 pots today. It is 9 already, and we've only done 2. That is such, very lofty goals. Just dreaming of doing things like that. But, sometimes it doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm kind of like, on this one, I don't really know what to do. Let me look for a sticker. Because that same kind of visual element. See if I have something that might work with that. Like, these are some wild looking stickers. Let me see. Oh, you know what? A rabbit would be cute. Are there rabbits in here? I don't know. Sometimes these images are... Oh, yes. I found a rabbit. I like the colors, and I think the colors could match. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So this one doesn't have the bottom, so I'll just tuck it, like, right under. Make it look like it's tucked under. I want to lift it a little. I wish I had my tweezers. But no, I took them to the other room. I was like, I'm going to make a separate studio for scrapbooking or whatever it's called, junk journaling, so I don't have to have all that mess here. And now I don't have anything that I need over here. Okay, there, I think we got it. There we go. I don't know about that rabbit, but I thought it would be a good idea. In my head, it sounded like a good idea. And then I see it, I'm like, was that the right choice? I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe not. Let's see what else. I feel like I need something light colored because of all of... Ooh, this will do. This will do just fine, I think. It's like a little something. There, it just kind of gives it like a really mixed media feel. I like this too. This isn't washi tape. It's a picture of wrinkled washi tape. So I'm going to use that because I like this little pattern, and I'm going to glue that on. Get rid of that one. Okay. So it's kind of, I don't know. I want it to look like I glued it. I taped it down, but I do like that contrasting pattern, but I feel like maybe it should go, there's too much happening there. I don't know. Let me look at it. No, I think I'm going to put it back there where I thought I was going to put it. Try the other way. Just like that. Maybe it'll look like a little piece of wrinkled tape. I feel like I need something else maybe something red or kind of outline this, see if it can make it stand out a little bit more, make it look like a sticker. I mean, I think probably it does look like a sticker, but maybe like the date or something. Like maybe another written element. I don't know. It's something else. Oh, we did that little blob. Let's put one of those blobs here. Maybe that'll work. I'll do the red. Half on, half off. I don't know about that, but whatever. I'm going to leave it like that. There's already too many stickers. I think that's too much. But here's a second one. There's the first one. So I did two. It's 9:05, so I think we can do another one. I'm going to prepare 2 new pages. And if I get to do both, cool. If I don't, that's okay too. You're fading. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. Go get some rest. Get something to eat. Yes, very good. No worries. I hope you feel better. Yes, take care and get well. I hope you'll be up and at 'em soon. Are you going to be doing streaming, or you're just like not feeling it right now because you're sick? Because if I'm off tomorrow, I can come to your stream. Okay, let me see what else I have. Bye. If you already left, that's okay. Okay, I'm going to do, and this is how, like, I'm just going to start it again. I'm going to give it, like, some, colors, browns. I don't know if I want the same one. No stream, but you'll be drawing. Okay, cool. So then if you're in the, what was his name again? Let me see the chat real quick. Anthony Wheeler. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for you. Take care, okay, Elizabeth? I hope to see you soon, connect with you soon, get some rest. Bye. Okay, I have all of these images that I just print and use. I actually have books. You can buy books that have a bunch of like images, and I have that, but I don't want to cut them. For some reason, I'm just like, no, I can't cut that. I really was hoping for like something more like background. Do I have anything better? But I don't want the same stuff. I don't want more of the same. What do I have over there? Oh, you know what? No, I don't want that. Well, I want to use some of the same stuff because it doesn't look like I have anything. Did I use the pink one? I have this one. I think it's like maybe a little too much. Let's use some of this. So I'll use like one on each maybe. And then I have this. So I'm going to try that. I wonder if I should try and do one over the two. Let's see. This one's also like very thick. I wish I could make it like thinner, like tear off some of the back so it won't be so chunky. Because I don't like there to be like a little ledge and you can like feel that like bump. I want it to just be like smooth. If I could get that, that would be ideal, but that might be a pipe dream. Okay, I'm just going to glue it down. We'll see if maybe we can get some of this one started. Maybe we'll finish it. I don't know. And I'll put up the next picture in just a bit. Maybe I'll just do that. And yeah, I'm just going to start with that and see how that works. If I need more stuff, I'll put it on later. So the next vase, I thought this vase was going to be really fun, but I actually didn't like that one as much. It was actually kind of ugly up close, but cuter in my mind. Okay, this one might be fun, but I don't feel like it will work on that page. I think it needs to be on this page. So do you mind if I skip this one, you guys? I'm gonna go to the next one. Let's see what the next one is. And again, all the images are on Patreon. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use this one. I like this one better. It's much more organic. So you can kind of, bounce around. You don't have to stay on any one of these. Somehow I closed everything. What? I could have sworn I was just looking at that. Okay, here we are. Here we are. We're back. Well, that was so like wishful thinking here. Okay, now I'm going to try the brush marker. Maybe that as the beginning. I'm going to do it kind of like off center. Again, I should probably start with a vertical because I just cannot for the life of me get symmetry right. So maybe if I just do like little bits, like this will help me line everything up. Maybe, who knows? It needs to be a little longer. We got kind of this like curved, and then there and there, something like that. So I always start with something really rough, especially when I'm doing symmetry, because I know I will struggle and I can correct as I go. Curve that. There we go. I do already like this. Like just I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this guy. Maybe I should do more. Maybe I should go all the way in and like start putting in like some of the details. I'm definitely going to be selective here. I don't think I have the time or attention span for all of this. So I'm going to pick and choose. And that's really something that I wanted to do. When I saw these, I was thinking about, oh, I really want to do stripes here. Like here, I can do something simple. I like these zigzags here. I don't know if I could draw that. Boy, that's a lot harder than I thought it would be. And then I'll do this kind of like X. Like diamond kind of harlequin kind of looking pattern. Okay, I think that is sufficient for me. Oh, I'm starting to see how crooked it is here again. It's like I can never get it. Okay. And then I'm going to start with a little bit of color. I want to use something like I'm going to use some neutrals here. There was one, I don't know if it was this one, and it was called Tortilla. Where is it? It's right here. Tortilla 653. Yep, it's this one. I personally don't think this looks like a tortilla, but okay. Maybe a corn tortilla that's been toasted. But yeah, it's an interesting choice of name for a color. But, okay. Okay, Grabby. Or Grabby, not Garby. I heard somebody call it Garby once, and then I can't stop like saying that, even though I know it's not called that. This is like definitely reminding me of how we did that, how I did those paintings last time, and then the acrylic really like covers some parts up and like kind of peeks through in other parts, and I really enjoy that. So I'm glad I put that a little bit of that marker in there. I'm really into that like look. Visually, it's working for me. Right there. Yes, all of that gets covered. There we go. Okay. And then I'll use blue because that's what they're using. So I just thought that would be fine. I don't know, I feel like I'm just going to fill this all in. It can be a little lazy, but you know. And I do like these like stripes. I want to see the black, so I'm going to leave that showing up a little. Just very geometric. There we go. do like the blue with it, and then maybe there's some white showing. So I guess that's good enough. Down here I need something. Why do I always, I always lose that color. I'll do a little bit. I should have left some white showing there, but I was being lazy, as I mentioned. I think this would be kind of fun also to do in acrylic wash. But maybe that'll be for another day. I don't know. I'm really liking this textural look here, so I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't feel like there's too much like cleanliness in there and not enough like texture. Okay, put in a little bit there. I like that. Maybe I'll do some stuff back here with, there's a shadow for sure. So I'll put the shadow in. Anything to get some textured brush marks. Add some of that in, a little bit more right on the base. Starting to get a little kind of convoluted there. And then I'll do some stuff back here. I definitely want to put a date in. I just like the visual aesthetics of that, so I will put that in there. Use a little bit of maybe, you know, there's this gold here. I'm going to use that gold. Gold is not usually my jam. Well, actually, that's not true. I do like gold. Like, I like a gold star in a sticker form, you know. I love that kind of like nostalgia it brings, but I don't usually use a metallic marker. I don't usually like a metallic marker, but it is, I don't know, for some reason I felt compelled. You know, when you get the chance, you just gotta scratch that itch. I keep saying that. I said that earlier today too. I just really wanted to scratch the itch of drawing these like vessels, like these vases. I don't know. I do like the brown or the tortilla color, but I don't know if I like that gold. It's okay. I'm gonna add. I should add, when I do get my stickers back, I'll put like a gold star on there. That would be cute. See if there's anything in here that could work for this. I don't know. This doesn't feel like, to me, I don't really know if I need anything on that one, but I'm just going to look through my little book, and if something strikes me or I feel like it might work, maybe, I don't know. I kind of feel like this, but I don't know. I might be trying too hard here. Yeah, I think that's trying too much. Yeah, no. I'm going to put that back. And as soon as I put them there and I go, no, after all that. I don't know. You never know. Ooh, maybe this little blue bird might work. No, that's dumb. Yeah, no to that too. Maybe no birds on this one. Maybe no stickers on this one. I think maybe like a gold star would be cute, because that's like really, really like repetitive. I don't know. It's a little too much of the same there. So I feel like I need something in there, but I don't know what it is yet. Maybe I need a different color, like something pink, or, you know, this is one of the reasons why I do like collaging, because sometimes like you get these problems and you like don't know how to fix them, and you just kind of like, collage gives you a lot of freedom to just move stuff around, you know, like you just like lay it there and you go, you know, not that, and then you try something else and you go, okay, well maybe that. And I like that about collage. I really feel like it needs something, but I'm afraid I don't know what that is yet. Let me see, maybe this. And so I really enjoy just being able to kind of like move things around and think about it and decide whether that's a good option or maybe it's not a good option. You see, I also have, and then sometimes you put something there and you're like, you know what? Oh, look, you know what I do have? You'll go like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let me try some of this gold tape that I've never ever used. This is also washi tape, but maybe it'll work for this because it's got, you know, it's picking up on that same element, but it's not the same color, so that's nice. I mean, I'm not anti, but it's not the whole thing. But maybe I'll do some more stuff on here later. I think, you know what would work nicely? I think maybe like, let's write a little something about this one. Always thinking about text. So this one is the Spanish picture 15th century. So I'm going to put something on there to that effect. '15th century. It kind of got all jumbled up in there. It's a little hard to read, but I do like to see some text. So I don't know. I think maybe I don't like those things. Maybe that's why I'm not liking it. Or maybe it's feeling a little too like chunky. So maybe this little thin lines will help. Okay. I'm going to stop because I'm getting too into this, right? Like just keep adding more things and it's not really what I want. But I do like the simplicity of the background. Just that little bit is kind of like you get this like little window, but I like that it's not in the window. I don't know. And it just kind of like lands on both of those surfaces. So something enjoyable about that for me. But I do really like this process. I think, I don't know, I want to do more of that. Like I did these and I did these too. So I want to try more of these kind of like mini vignettes. I don't know what I'm going to do, what else I want to draw, but definitely want to draw a lot more vases. These are, or like these, like pottery. There was another one that I want to show you real quick and then we'll wrap up. This image right here, I was like, not that one, sorry. That's not it. This one. Like I kind of want to draw something like that. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm going to put it on my to-do list, the never-ending to-do list. So anyway, we will go ahead and wrap up right there because it is 9:22. We were going to end around 9, but I'll just move this up real quick. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Kirby, for drawing with me. So this is kind of like what we did, right? And I don't know if you did something different, but I'd love to see what you made, if you made anything, Kirby. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much for, you know, participating in this or like trying it on your own. I don't know, maybe it's something that you might enjoy. Maybe it's something that you're gonna be like, I'm never gonna do this again. But all of that is okay because we're just kind of like always playing in our sketchbook. That is the place to do that. So thank you so much, Kirby, for being here. Keep going, and I can't wait to see what you do. Let's chat again later, and I think our next stream is on the 25th, so hopefully I'll see you then. Until then, you guys have a great one. Bye.